Neither is there straightness with God, nor anything that is not absolutely perfect. From Manuscripts of the Writings of Justin. By the two birds Christ is denoted, both dead as man and living as God. He is likened to a bird because he is understood and declared to be from above and from heaven. And the living bird, having been dipped in the blood of the dead one, was afterwards let go. For the living and divine Word was in the crucified and dead temple of the body, as being a partaker of the passion, and yet impassible as God. By that which took place in the running water, in which the wood and the hyssop and the scarlet were dipped, is set forth the bloody passion of Christ on the cross for the salvation of those who are sprinkled with the Spirit and the water and the blood. Wherefore the material for purification was not provided chiefly with reference to leprosy, but with regard to the forgiveness of sins, that both leprosy might be understood to be an emblem of sin, and the things which were sacrificed an emblem of him who was to be sacrificed for sins. For this reason, consequently, he ordered that the scarlet should be dipped at the same time in the water, thus predicting that the flesh should no longer possess its natural evil properties. For this reason also were there the two birds, the one being sacrificed in the water, and the other dipped both in the blood and in the water, and then sent away, just as is narrated also respecting the goats. The goat that was sent away presented a type of him who taketh away the sins of men. But the two contained a representation of the one economy of God incarnate. For he was wounded for our transgressions, and he bare the sins of many, and he was delivered for our iniquities. From Manuscripts of Writings of Justin. He speaks not of the Gentiles in foreign lands, but concerning the people who agree with the Gentiles, according to that which is spoken by Jeremiah. It is a bitter thing for thee, that thou hast forsaken me, saith the Lord thy God, that of old thou hast broken thy yoke, and torn asunder thy bands, and said, I will not serve thee, but will go to every high hill, and underneath every tree, and there shall I become dissolute in my fornication. From Manuscripts of the Writings of Justin. To yield and give way to our passions is the lowest slavery, even as to rule over them is the only liberty. The greatest of all good is to be free from sin. The next is to be justified. But he must be reckoned the most unfortunate of men who, while living unrighteously, remains for a long time unpunished. Animals in harness cannot but be carried over a precipice by the inexperience and badness of their driver, even as by his skillfulness and excellence they will be saved. The end contemplated by a philosopher is likeness to God, so far as that is possible. From the writings of A. Melissa, sound doctrine does not enter into the hard and disobedient heart, but, as if beaten back, enters anew into itself. We shall not injure God by remaining ignorant of him, but shall deprive ourselves of his friendship. The unskillfulness of the teacher proves destructive to his disciples, and the carelessness of the disciples entails danger on the teacher, and especially should they owe their negligence to his want of knowledge. Various writings attributed to Justin.